Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. This is the web development series. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to learn JavaScript functions complete guide. Now, if you are new to JavaScript, don't worry at all. Functions may sound confusing at first, but I promise you by the end of this video, functions will feel simple and logical. We will start from what a function actually is, then we will slowly move step by step into parameter, return values, arrow functions, and also when to use which type of function. So make sure to watch till the end. Also PPT and code links are available in the video description. So let's get started. So in this video, what we are going to learn. First, functions are why we even need them, then how to create a function and how to call it. After that, we will clearly understand parameters and arguments because many beginners get confused here. We will also learn about return statement, default parameters, arrow functions, and finally I will explain when to use normal function and when to use the arrow function. So this is a complete beginner friendly guide. So let's start with the basic. What is a function? A function is a reusable code that performs a specific task. In simple word, instead of writing the same code again and again, we write it once inside a function and use it whenever we need. Why do we even need why do we use functions? First, they help us avoid repeating code. Second, they make our code reusable. And third, they improve readability and maintenance. So let's take a real life example like think about making a tea. You already know the step: boil the water, add tea and sugar, and add the milk. So you don't learn these steps every day. You learn them once and reuse them. So functions work in the same way. Now function declaration. So let's move to VS Code and write a function. So first function, a function keyword, function name greet, and write console.log hello world. So here I am using a function keyword and then I give a function name which is the greet. Inside the curly braces this and I write the code that I want to run, this console.log hello world. Now writing a function is not enough. We must call the function. For that, just write the greet and this. So when I write the greet with parentheses, the function runs. Let's say node 08. See, hello world, it prints. If I again write one more time, 2 times hello world print. Important point to remember is always use function keyword. Give a meaningful name, like here I write greet. If you are adding 2 numbers, add 2 numbers. Use parentheses to call the function. These 2 parentheses. Next one is the parameters and argument. This is the one of the most important concept. Parameters are variable inside the function. Arguments are the real value passed when the calling the function. So let me show you a function greet user name console.log hello name. So here let's call this function greet user by, let's say, JD. So here name is the parameter, this name is a parameter and JD is the argument. So think like this, parameter is an empty box. I am sending this value to this empty box and argument is the value inside this box. So let me run this. Yes, as expected, I get the hello and the name is the JD. I am giving this value here. So now we can also send the multiple parameters. A function can function add a comma b and console.log a plus b. So here a and b are the parameters and let's call the function add 5 and 10. So and 5 and 10 are the arguments. The order matters, mean if the first argument goes to the first parameter, second argument goes to the second parameter. Always remember this. Let's me run this. Yes, as expected 10 plus 5 is a 15. Next is the return statement. Now this is very important. The return statement sends a value back from the function. Like if I write function multiply num1 num2, always give a specific name, means the related name to the value. So return num1 multiply num2 and call this function by let result multiply by 5 4 multiply 5, sorry 4 and 5. And here console.log result. So when I run this I get 20. So when the function runs, it calculates a num1 multiply num2, means it and send the result back. This return send it back. Two important rules here is the code return will never run, means use return when you need output from a function. Like if I write here console.log first, it this line never runs. See, and also VS Code dull this line, color of this line is dull here. Next is the function without return statement. Function without return statement means what happens if we do not return anything. Like function show message, and it console the welcome, console the message, and let's say let output is the show message, call the function and console.log output. So let's run this. It's a undefined here and welcome is printed in this function when we call this function. So this will print undefined. Why? Because the function is not returning any value. So remember, no return means undefined. Next one is the default parameter. Default parameter help us to avoid the undefined value. Like here I am not sending any value, so it says undefined here. So like function, a function greet 1 and its take a value name is equal to guest and console.log hello name, and call this function greet1 and greet1 by giving the value JD. So let's run this. As you see, hello guest from the first function and when I give the value JD, so it say hello JD. So if no argument is passed, name becomes the guest. This is the default parameter actually. So this is very useful for optional values. Next is the arrow function, a most important part of this video. The arrow function are a shorter way to write function. Like I write a function add already here. If you see, where is the, yes, if you see function add a comma b and console.log a plus b. So let's write this const add its strict to value a comma b and just return this value a plus b. So if you see, we can make it even more shorter by just writing this removing this const add 1 a comma b and this a plus b. So arrow function are clean and modern, means here if we have only one value to return, just remove this return value, return keyword, and remove this curly braces also. So console add 1 and give the value, let's say 7 plus 8 and if you what happened, okay, add 2. Now let's call this. So what happened, right, let's give the error. Okay, I have to store the value first in a result, then call this result1 is equal to add 1 and 7 comma 8, and const result2 is equal to add 2 and 7 comma 8. So now let's write this result2 and result1. So let's run this. So you see the both the give the same value, 7 plus 8 15. So this is the shorter version of this function add function. This one, where is this? Yes, this instead of writing this function, just use the arrow function. It is very helpful in the React and Node also. Next is the arrow functions. Examples are like single parameter also, like const squares equal to x cross x, means the square of a number, and console.log square of 5. Let's run this. It says 25, no issue again. And we can also give the no parameter, means let's say const say hi equal to, just give the empty, and console.log hi. Let me run this. Okay, I forget to call this function. Just say hi. Yes, it say hi. So these functions, these arrow functions are mainly used in the React when we write the front end part of the code and fetching the data. So these are most of them we use in the front end area. So next version is the, we cover the parameters and arguments. These are the parameters, these are the argument. Parameter is like empty box. Multiple parameters we can send. They means a comma b, and first parameter or first argument is always related to the first parameter, and second to second. Return statement is also means send a value back from the function. Function without return statement always give the undefined, like here I give it output, I get the undefined. Default parameter are always means allows the if argument is not passed, like here I get the hello guest, in this I get the hello JD. Arrow function is the shorter version of the normal function, and nothing special, just remove the function keyword and we can store them into the a variable. And this is the single parameter and this is a no parameter, means without. Now what is the difference between the normal function versus arrow function? Normal function have their own this is very useful for best for the object methods and can be hosted also. Arrow function do not have their own this, means short and clean and not hosted. This mainly used in the object version of this JavaScript. Now when to use which? Use the normal function when working with the object using this keyword, you need hosting, and use arrow function when you writing the short function. Use callback like map, filter, for each, and you want cleaner code. So this is a real world example, like I have a prices array and I am applying the reduce method on this. In last video I already tell you the reduce method in the array, and so this is a arrow function here. It takes the two parameters, the sum and price, and these values means accumulate this on the sum plus price. So next is the common mistakes. Since some common mistakes beginners makes, like forgetting to call the function like I already did here, and missing parameters and arguments, not using the return, forget the return statement, writing the return, using arrow function wrongly with this. Yes, arrow function is incorrectly with this is also most important, means every beginner stuck here in this arrow function with this. So let's quickly recap. Function help us to reuse the code, parameter receives values, and return send the output. Default parameters prevent the errors. Arrow functions make the code shorter. Always choose the right function for this situation. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understand function better, please like the video, subscribe to JDCodebase. PPT and code links are available in the description, so make sure to check them. In the next video, we will continue our JavaScript journey step by step. See you in the next video.